seated.
Please rise if you are able for the academic procession.
In the toil of thinking, in the serenity of books, in the messages of prophets, the songs of poets, and the wisdom of interpreters, in discoveries of continents of truth whose margins we may see, we delight in free minds and in their thinking. In the majesty of the moral order, in the faith that right will triumph, in the courage given us when we ally ourselves to truth in any form, in the privilege of being co-workers in good causes, we celebrate the unseen goals we share and serve. Let us build a world safe from war and oppression, free and satisfying, one that ultimately furnishes answers for us all. Please be seated.
Good morning. What a pleasure it is, excuse me, to welcome all of you, graduates, families, friends, colleagues, and distinguished guests to this wonderful moment, a moment that captures the enormous achievements of our graduates and that also turns us towards all that comes next. I am Nadia Burton, Associate Dean in the Faculty of Community Services. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the land on which we're celebrating today. Toronto is in the Dish with One Spoon territory. The Dish with One Spoon is a treaty between the Anishinaabe, Mississaugas, and Haudenosaunee that bound them to share the territory and protect the land. Subsequent Indigenous nations and peoples, Europeans, and all newcomers have been invited into this treaty in the spirit of peace, friendship, and respect. As we gather today to celebrate this extraordinary moment in the lives of our students, now graduates, I want to acknowledge the hard work that went into getting here. This has not been an easy year. I know that many in our community have been impacted in very deep ways by the injustices that continue in this world. And I know that for some of us, it can be difficult to celebrate and cross the stage today when so many others will never be able to. I hope we can hold in our hearts today all those students who should be crossing stages who will never do so. May there be peace in our time. To those of you here today walking this stage, you have worked and studied hard to get here, and TMU is proud to know that our graduates have earned their place amongst those who work for justice and who will go on working hard to create equitable and kind and just communities. We also want to acknowledge and give thanks to those who supported our graduates, families, friends, old and new, teachers, and mentors. Our students couldn't have done it without you, and they and we are grateful. We also acknowledge that many of our graduates today came back to their studies after years of professional practice, that many of you have studied while working, caring for children and families, have traveled long distances to and from campus, and have engaged in so many of the extracurricular activities that make time at university meaningful. We salute your spirit and your determination, and we celebrate the new connections and relationships that formed during your time with us here at TMU. This moment is about joy and excitement and laughter and perhaps a little bit of relief too. We don't always know what comes next, but I am confident that with the degree you earned, the relationships that you've built, and the experiences that you've had, you're well equipped to go out into the world and to be part of making it a better place for everyone. Congratulations to all of you. I am truly proud to share this moment with you. And to begin this very special day, I introduce you to the Chancellor of Toronto Metropolitan University, Janice Fukakusa.
Graduands, I am proud and very honored to be here with you today. And today is a time of well-deserved celebration. We share our pride in your success with everyone whose love and support has played a part in bringing you here today. You have all been through a remarkable experience. You endured a pandemic, and you succeeded by remaining committed to your studies and overcoming unforeseen difficulties. We are so proud of your achievements as you are now all here to celebrate your graduation. And remember, never stop learning, and you will have a lifetime of accomplishments. The best way to achieve that is to cultivate your curiosity. because embracing opportunity and new challenges will expand your horizons and take you to places you have never imagined. And as you navigate your career path, remember that work is going to fill a very large part of your life. And the only way to make that time truly satisfying is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. You'll know when you find it. And finally, wherever the next step of your journey takes you, I ask of you this: give back to the community, to your workplace, and to your family and friends. Be a champion for causes that make lives better. For me, those causes are fighting to end cancer and also making education accessible to all. Whatever your cause is, weave it into your life as a personal passion. On this special day of celebration, let me close by offering my congratulations and best wishes on your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fukakusa. Now please welcome the university's President and Vice Chancellor, Mohamed Lashami.
Thank you and good morning. Welcome to our graduates, family and friends, colleagues from across the university community and beyond. Class of 2024, this is an important day for you, and you have our warmest congratulations. Graduation is a special and a rare moment, bringing together families and friends, colleagues and communities. Each of us, from our own unique background, represent the diversity of this country and this planet. All of us gathering to share these moments together. We all have our own journey. My journey has taken me from a tiny village in Africa to Canada's largest and most cosmopolitan city. A journey of more than just miles. It has been a journey of discovery about diverse cultures, ideas, different ways of seeing the world. And at the same time, understanding how much we truly have in common. Here today, in a time when we often only see our differences, let's think about how our individual journeys come together at this moment of celebration and I hope joy. Let this be an inspiration, our inspiration of appreciation, all that we share. With that in mind, I will ask that for the next hour or so, we use our time and energy to acknowledge what the graduates have accomplished. I'm hopeful that despite the challenges around us in this world, we can all respect one another and respect the importance of why we are gathering today. Graduates, you now look ahead for a new chapter and bright future, I'm sure. You have what the world is looking for: talent, energy, and new ideas. I hope you can contribute to make this world a better place for all of us. Your years here have prepared you for this moment. We are so very glad that you choose this university, that you immerse yourself in our university community. I hope you are feeling grateful for each other, for the good friends you shared your university experience and are now friends for life. Which brings us full circle. While we may find success as individuals, as a society, we depend on each other. We need loved ones, colleagues, and community. In French, you know, we never say goodbye Instead, we say au revoir, which literally means until we see you again. Enjoy your very special day and stay close to your alma mater, for together we will shape the future. Thank you.
It is my great privilege to introduce today's speaker. Dr. Denise McLean Davison is an award-winning Afrofuturistic womanist social work leader who epitomizes the spirit of liberation and empowerment, fostering critical consciousness and nurturing future leaders in the pursuit of collective healing, freedom, and justice. Rooted in Black feminist, womanist, Africana epistemologies, her career journey spans from a first-generation college graduate in Chicago to an associate professor in social work here at TMU. Through innovative teaching methods and interdisciplinary research, she addresses topics like womanist leadership, health equity, and historical retrospective studies. Her impactful work has garnered international recognition and prestigious awards, including the Faculty Women of Color in the Academy, Zenobia L. Hikes Teaching Research National Award, the National Association of Social Workers Maryland Chapter Social Work Educator of the Year, as well as the recipient of the Distinguished Achievement in Social Work Education Award from the National Association of Black Social Workers. Dr. McLean Davison's commitment to transformative change is evident through multiple professional leadership roles and contributes to social work education, making her a trusted advocate for advancing social work. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Denise McLean Davison.
Thank you, Chancellor Fukusa, President Lashmi, Provost Enyasiano Provanaso, deans, esteemed colleagues, and representatives who join us on stage, members of the graduating class, your families, your friends, and honored guests. A special thank you to our Dean, Kairos Garabati, for this honor, and Associate Dean Nadia Burton for my warm introduction. It is my pleasure to be with you today, and I'm really hoping you all can hear me very well. So my brief remarks are framed as standing on the revolutionary dreams of our ancestors. Nah, dream bigger. The definition of a revolutionary involves the fearless advocacy for radical change, challenging the status quo, and reconciling what is before us with what could be. The radical thought that we could cause a seismic shift in society through a series of ideals and actions pushing towards a better future. I know my time is limited, yet I think it's important that I share part of my becoming a revolutionary dreamer as a little brown girl from the south side of Chicago. Mama and Daddy tell the story of my first revolutionary act, my birth, which interrupted my mother's plans to join the August 1963 March on Washington. She'd planned to hear Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s infamous "I Have a Dream" speech and participate in the protests for civil rights and fair labor practices. I was born earlier that spring during this power to the people era. This sounds a lot like today. It was a time of racial and gender reckoning, war, gay rights and voting rights, job opportunities, and demands for equitable access to quality, affordable housing and medical care. In other words, there is nothing new under the sun. The world is always revolving. Across North America and the world, everyday people were pushing for fairness, equity, inclusion, and opportunities. Mama says, I believe the spirits of those who were marching and who died fighting for those dreams attached themselves to you at your birth. Now, I would say that my biggest dreams through my 10-year-old self was, one, to go see the Jackson 5 in concert. You know, the ones Michael Jackson and his brothers were in? Yeah, maybe? Okay. To be able to stay outside past the time that the street lights came on, that was a big deal, and to be on the honor roll. I enjoyed school, but it was also a place of discomfort during a time of racial integration and being the tallest, a girl, and too smart for my own good. As a preteen, I remember singing my favorite songs in the mirror to the radio instead of doing my household chores, but not of going to college, or you may say university. Nor was I dreaming of being the first person in my family to complete a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a PhD. So at this moment, shout out to the graduates, you all. This is a celebration. Shout out to you. And my first gens who are in this room. Yes, I hadn't heard of Afrofuturism, so I know I wasn't dreaming of becoming an Afrofuturistic, womanist, social work leader. You know, us and our academic jargon. Yeah, okay. However, I'm sure the elders would say my womanish ways of boldly being in the world where racial and gender discrimination were justified, talking too much, talking out of turn, coloring outside the lines, asking why can't we behavior that earned me timeouts, punishments, spankings, yes, spankings with a willow tree branch from the yard, and parent-teacher notes, where my ancestors actually raising me up for such a time as this. My ancestors were saying, pay this world of naysayers and dream snatchers of little brown girls, no, never mind. Yes, Denise, black is beautiful, and nah, dream bigger. Good morning or evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. Is that love's in need of love today? Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. That was written by the Grammy Award winner and 2016 U.S. Presidential Freedom Award winner, Stevie Wonder, in 1976. Love's in need of love today. Yes. And it's from his album, Songs in the Key of Life. So let's just face it, the world is on fire. The world is on fire. And our bodies and psyches are keeping score. These days, everything is labeled trauma. However, I'm talking about a very specific type of trauma our ancestors endured through deeply disturbing experiences of genocide, mass massacres, racial and medical apartheid, eugenics, caste systems, famine, forced relocation, sterilization, enslavement, colonialism, imperialism, and capitalism. Dr. Marimba Adni, a notable pioneer, Pan-Africanist, and anthropologist scholar, describes the trauma of African ancestry as the maafa, a Swahili term of great disaster, an injury that is carried genetically as a transgenerational soul wound. a transgenerational soul wound of memory where our communities endure the cruelty of torture and enslavement, stolen and sold, divorced of our ways of being in our sovereign lands. And while I speak of my African ancestry, I'm not ignorant to historical trauma of our collective ancestry. Dr. Marie Yellow Horse Braveheart, a pioneering First Nation scholar in social work on global indigenous historical trauma, describes a cumulative emotional psychological wounding across generations, an unresolved grief, and a death of identity because of massacres, internment camps, acculturation, disease, exploitation, and the intentional torture of the human spirit sanctioned through unjust laws, political wars, and religiosity. So, on this day of celebration, why introduce this at a convocation? Because our ancestors, radical futurism declared, this is not how our story ends. Nah, dream bigger, as they propelled us into this very moment in 2024. Their revolutionary dreaming passed the blueprint and equipped us with the antidote to the traumas of this world. And we bear the responsibility to hold sacred for future generations the remembering and reclamation of sovereign ways of knowing and being in the world, our language, traditions, values, rituals, ceremonies, our food, ecological systems of collectivism synergized with genuine care and concern for one another, rooted in joy, love, and hope towards authentic freedom. As graduates of the 2024 Faculty of Community Services, Occupational and Public Health, I guess there's nobody here, are you? Okay. Where I'm from, we celebrate, a little bit louder. There you go. Occupational and Public Health, Urban Development, and Social Work. Congratulations. You have been equipped with a scientific fortitude of complex theories, critical inquiry and analysis, and radical imagination for the purpose of attending to the human spirit as we coexist in this complicated world. And while some of you are dreaming of that fat salary, or an overdue promotion that earning this degree will bring you, in the words of ancestor Nobel Peace Prize winner Toni Morrison, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. In other words, dream bigger. Today marks an opportunity to reclaim the dreams of your childhood, of boldly being in the world, talking too much, speaking out of turn, coloring outside the lines, and asking, why can't we? The naysayers were right. You don't belong in the clogged drains of society, robotically grinding through life. You, my dear, are an extraordinary ancestor, charged with shepherding revolutionary dreams. Love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Your assignment as you step in onto the world stage as occupational and public health, social work, and urban planning professionals is to prepare a world for future generations where love, where love is the foundational cultural value, informing all aspects of life, from our individual actions to institutional policies and artificial intelligence. Your assignment, to infuse the world with radical hope, where the most revolutionary thing any of us are doing is honoring each other's humanity, and to center healing as a tool of justice in all collaborations. Our assignment is to commit to living as the sun lives, generously shining and loving for the sake of being. By doing so, we honor the courage of those who came before us, inspire those who will follow. People ask me all the time, what brought you to Canada? I say, my ancestors traveled 12 generations across 40 decades, propelling me forward, separating me from familiarity to be in communal ancestral kinship with this TMU community, engaged in knowledge reclamation for a just world. Ashe, Ashe-yo. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McLean-Davison, for your moving words, your inspiring words, and your music, the music of your voice and the music of your words. Thank you. As our graduates prepare to come forward, I will take this opportunity to request that you hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage. This is not always easy to do, and we do, of course, welcome spontaneous outbursts of joy and enthusiasm, and even relief sometimes from family and friends. That's all part of your celebration today. And importantly, so that all graduates are celebrated equally, we ask that everyone please remain for the duration of the ceremony. I now ask to come forward and thank in advance the university's interim registrar, Sherry Hodges.
Will the graduands please rise if you are able? Chancellor Fukakusa, President Lashemi, Provost Ayana Chito Provenzano, honored guests, faculty members, staff, families, and friends of the graduands. I have the honor and pleasure to present graduands from Toronto Metropolitan University's Faculty of Community Services degree programs. Our graduands include all those who are joining us for today's ceremony, as well as those unable to attend who are graduating in absentia. I certify that each has met the academic requirements for the awards that they are about to receive, and that each has been duly approved by Toronto Metropolitan University Senate. Congratulations to each of you. Please be seated.
It is my honor to announce our first graduate, a Bachelor of Social Work, is being awarded posthumously to Esteban Moreno Rodriguez. Accepting the award on Esteban's behalf is his nephew, Mateo.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the undergraduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services. Bachelor of Applied Science in Occupational and Public Health, Occupational Health and Safety, Carl Asman. Cody Mong. Bachelor of Applied Science in Occupational and Public Health, Occupational Health and Safety Cooperative Program, Melissa Bosey. Bachelor of Applied Science in Occupational and Public Health and Safety Cooperative Program, Cindy La. Bachelor of Applied Science in Occupational Health and Safety, Aiza Ahmed. Romana Akbar, with distinction. Simra Ali. Inez Antunes Rodriguez. Bhavika Awasti. Mohammed Badran, with distinction. Harisa Beg. Asan Barak. Callan Benoit. Nathan Brown. Joseph de Guzman. Crystal Shane Evangelista. Catherine Ferris, with distinction. Sarah Gamia. Kartiga Jivanathan, with distinction. Safula Khan. Maz Karodia, with distinction. So Wan Lee, with distinction. Muna Mohammed. Jada Moore. Vince Anthony Morgado. Michelle Musing. Ekponwosa Noamagbi. Savannah Pasharikovsky, with distinction. Mohammed Raza. Sum Yu Situ, with distinction. Jairam Srikamalan. Ian Gabriel Tandingan. Monette Tessier, with distinction. Bachelor of Applied Science in Occupational Health and Safety Cooperative Program, Anthony Filicetti. Ethan Coe, with distinction. Jessica Lynn, with distinction. Amina Nakvi, with distinction. Lily O. Basama Qureshi, with distinction. Sadaf Rehan. Katera Shacharagi. Satana Sudaharan, with distinction. Bachelor of Applied Science in Public Health. Idil Abdi. Ivana Ansa. Madiha Anwari. Mariam Ayub, with distinction. Marwa Azizi. Mikal Bata. Ruth Berhane, with distinction. Di Ting Chen, with distinction. Jennifer Clermont, with distinction. Ramanpreet Dehal. Andrea Marie de la Cruz. Hanur Dillon. Danielle Dyer, with distinction. Adaobi Ezi. Sidra Fatima, with distinction. Sogo Fazeli. Valerie Fernandez, with distinction. Andrew Francesconi, with distinction. Ovia Gantapan, with distinction. Benjamin Harry Chan, with distinction. Aisha Hashimi, with distinction. Munib Hassan. Ellery Hofer, with distinction. Rashid Khalil. Aksa Khan. Delara Khosravi. Ja-in Kim, with distinction. Shagana Krishna. Jordan Lattiser. Lam Lee, with distinction. Kelly Long, with distinction. Pasti Merabi. Justine Trixie Mendoza. Nazret Mengsti. Mokadas Mian with distinction. Evelyn Miranda Bastidas with distinction. Katerina Mishlenovich with distinction. Amina Mohammed. Hiba Mohameder with distinction. Ahmed Mohammed. Manahil Nadim. Eliona Peshtanaku with distinction. Salim Rahman with distinction. Janusha Ravindran. Rachel Ricketts with distinction. Rashpreet Sandhu. Ahmad Sarosh. Alexandra Sazonova with distinction. Tara Sebastiani with distinction. Ainslin Sharp with distinction. Madhvika Singh with distinction. Hirtaka Sivasantha Rampale with distinction. Kushreet Somal. Devitri Sukla with distinction. Justin Soom with distinction. Sarah Subra with distinction. Kiki Su. Cyan Sinarong Tran. Abhinaya Tavakumaran with distinction. Vasiliki Veros with distinction. Livona Vijaya Nayagam with distinction. Nicole Yu Tse Teen. Ais Yildirimli with distinction. Sarah Yusuf with distinction. Zara Zafari. Nicole Zaradine. Bachelor of Applied Science and Public Health Cooperative Program. Iman Asif with distinction. Joshua Calagwes. Naya Nicole Dakane. Lacho Devi. Anissa Jama. Mariam Khalid, with distinction. Kelvin Liu, with distinction. Zohal Mohammed Shafiq, with distinction. In Kyung Moon, with distinction. Khadija Naeem. Brijin Patel, with distinction. Saad Patel, with distinction. Shariba Salam, with distinction. Madeline Schmuck, with distinction. Yuning Sun. Sahar Syed. Mithuza Dhanabala Singham, with distinction. Bachelor of Social Work in Social Work. Awadia Adam. Janae Adolph Edie, with distinction. Najla Agabanai, with distinction. Priscilla Agimang. Teba Amadi. Eleanor Alagao, with distinction. Sarah Alex, with distinction. Tabassum Ali, with distinction. Minad Almazi, with distinction. Lean Alkiwadli, with distinction. Victoria Aspiotis, with distinction. Mahara Azad, with distinction. Chelsea Bacon, with distinction. Maria Bajawa. Reese Baldwin, with distinction. Aliyah Bandali. Brianna Bostone, with distinction. Jada Best, with distinction. Hannah Boadu with distinction. Sarah Bone with distinction. Justin Anthony Bartolin. Karina Brandt with distinction. Maeve Bunga with distinction. Christina Burgess with distinction. Catherine Burns with distinction. Allison Cardenas. Candice Casano with distinction. Isabella Castellano with distinction. Sofia Giscato with distinction. Chanda Chandalala with distinction. Shana Chan with distinction. Tiana Chiblo with distinction. Madeline Chow with distinction. Sean Condon with distinction. Kiara Coltes Wharton. Carolina Dabrowski with distinction. Liliana Dacunha with distinction. Latoya Dawkins. Yasmin Dawood with distinction. Taylor De Laurentiis with distinction. Abigail Diaz with distinction. Soraya Douglas. Heather Duncan with distinction. Uyen Dong with distinction. Lydia Durnford with distinction. Fiona Ezekiels with distinction. Lauren Fields with distinction. Giselle Figueroa with distinction. Desiree Frenette with distinction. Nisa Friddy with distinction. Roma Gandhi with distinction. Myra Gaustein with distinction. Jency George with distinction. Luisa Gonzalez with distinction. Melissa Goodman. Jessica Goodson. Tracy Ann Gordon. Krishna Goswami with distinction. Bianca Gutierrez with distinction. Michael Hanna. Bethany Harris. Maria Hassan. Zobia Hassan with distinction. Shania Hyland with distinction. Ryan Horachuk with distinction. Tiffany Huang with distinction. Maria Hydri. Roxar Iqbal. Hatija Ismamovich. Eliana Jabbar with distinction. Claire Jacobs with distinction. David Jakubiak. Jaden Gilmit. Anjali John with distinction. Julie Karakatu. Sherry Kelly. Elias Kametz with distinction. Kirin Khan with distinction. Zahira Khan. Arthur Lee with distinction. Carol Lemon with distinction. Jean Livingstone with distinction. Tara Lotz with distinction. Finley Lunn. Tiana Maharaj. Tessa Mart Smith with distinction. Ashley Ann Malcolm. Christina Mandich with distinction. Cheryl Mangar with distinction. Isabella Marino. Stella Martin. Shanice Mason. Savannah Mastro di Casa with distinction. Caitlin Medeiros with distinction. Toher Merchant with distinction. Daniel Migala with distinction. Leslie Moffett Gregg with distinction. Addie Moron with distinction. Alexandra Mowbray with distinction. Kenya Murray. Monica Musang with distinction. Shirin Nagizeda with distinction. Rabia Naz. Ashley Nazaire. Hannah Newell. Aikin Nguyen. Ted No with distinction. April Camille Oliveros. Jamie Oppen. Abby Osmond with distinction. Jacqueline Pyroli with distinction. Jaden Parks. Sanjana Parma with distinction. Madison Paveo with distinction. Jenny Pham. Alexis Phipps. Emily Pinkowski with distinction. Iwana Honea. Hia Rama. Marzana Raman. Ramana Rashid. Hasna Salahuddin with distinction. Amanda Salehi with distinction. Dorcas Samuels with distinction. Sirat Sandha with distinction. Nana Surwa Agimang. Janelle Saltasingh with distinction. Aaron Shepard with distinction. Heather Simay with distinction. Madeline Simao with distinction. Shalini Singh with distinction. Katiza Smith with distinction. Riona Solomon with distinction. Suveta Subramaniam. Jennifer Sweetek. Brenda Taki. Anjali Taneja with distinction. Anisha Therakan with distinction. Tajani Dharmasiri with distinction. Abby Thavarasan with distinction. Karsika Tiruchelvam. Tao Ni Tran with distinction. Nana Fatima Ukolu with distinction. Arni Utaya Kumaran. Sarah Vadakan with distinction. Sandra Vasquez Santa Fe with distinction. Quentelin Vetera. Haranya Vigneswaran. Yasmin Visram with distinction. Vanessa Voltau. Nicole Walters with distinction. Mira Webby with distinction. Omega Wong with distinction. Cassandra Urich with distinction. Kate Zinuka with distinction. Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning. Anosha Alam with distinction. Majd Al-Shafwaq. Leila Ali with distinction. Alia Amin with distinction. Nolan Atterbury with distinction. Jenna Oje with distinction. Fida Bello. Jolina Bunda. Daniela Cacciotolo with distinction. Rachel Chan with distinction. Kyu Kin Choi. Christopher Clark with distinction. Sonel Crawford with distinction. Anthony Cubelis with distinction. Joshua Kujini, with distinction. Ralph Dagger. Maximilian Dalamagas, with distinction. Benson Dam. Luigi DeFazio. Emily Diaz. Gianluca Di Prospero. Chloe Fielding. Janelle Furtado. Kavina Yanasegaram, with distinction. Jamila Gowie. Amy Hartley, with distinction. Omar Herji, with distinction. Maureen Hope. Ivan Hughes Pano. Devankita Jordar, with distinction. Natalia Joffrey, with distinction. Fahima Jogiat, with distinction. Shadis Kagi. Samavia Khalid, with distinction. Cheyenne Khan. Ellie Marie Klonizakis. Evan Kotsopoulos. Jackson Karulik, with distinction. Adam Kishvosh. Jody Laborde, with distinction. Ivy Lee. Haimi Lee, with distinction. Matthew Lee. Jillian Leslie, with distinction. Katik Lung. Jake Lisser. Bailey Mahoro. Maham Malek, with distinction. Manreet Mann. Bridget McElliott. Renalyn Medrano, with distinction. Isabella Mian. Mark Anthony Miller. Amira Mayorza, with distinction. Shankya Mohan. Nun Nil, with distinction. Brian O'Grislow, with distinction. Marie Isabel Osilia. Zane Oweja, with distinction. Colin Pendlebury. Christopher Petru, with distinction. Dustin Pham. Cabeza Pandamali. Hayden Hoon, with distinction. Joshdeep Rukra. Maya Ramirez. Angelina Richards. Talia Rodriguez. Federico Ruby Applebaum. Abraham Rusum. Panreet Sahota. Lema Seydun, with distinction. Fatima Soleji. Asha Selvakumar. Marzouk Shamsi. Danielle Shirali. Alex Soboleski, with distinction. Bhumika Srikanthalingam, with distinction. Carolina Stess. Rachel Stremoda. Panayota Strutsas. Emily Sue. Garrett Sun Chong, with distinction. Asma Taher. Nareen Taslima. Annie Thompson, with distinction. Armin Titsa. Aaron Turner. Sarah Ukal. Nicole Vasiliev, with distinction. Dao Vu, with distinction. Abu Bakr Zikria. Ilham Mohammed. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present candidates for the graduate degrees in the Faculty of Community Services, Master of Social Work. Brian Gonsalves. Paula Reed. Master of Planning and Urban Development, Catherine Caetano MacDonald. Ryan Cheng. Christina Chifari. Sarah Cullen. Susan Deere. Mariam El-Tuki. Emilia Gibson. Alex Haynes. Simon Horner. Mona Khan. Kira McMaster. Rachel Nash. Maha Nomani. Guillaume Perrault. Tess Peterman. Ramya Raghavan. Catherine Rayner. Anil Sehota. James Taptelis. Madam Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of today's graduates.
So happy to share this special moment with you. Every one of you set a major goal for yourself. And today, after years of hard work and sacrifice, we honor all that you've accomplished. Your degree is a celebration of the courage it took to get you here, of the hard work and dedication you've demonstrated inside and outside of the classroom, of the breakthroughs that have helped mold you into the person you've become, and of the community you've found along the way. Your degree represents more than just the assignments you've completed and the exams that you've written. The student groups, the passion projects, the events and the games, they all represent the many ways you helped build this community that will live on well past graduation. Whether your families, friends, and supporters are near or far today, I know they are celebrating this achievement with you. You've completed something significant, and great opportunities await you. As you enter this next phase of your lives, I challenge you to keep growing and using your unique voices to change the world. Never be afraid to be courageous, to be loud, and to be bold. Finally, thank you for choosing us. We're so proud that you'll forever be a part of the TMU community.
Today is about celebrating how far you've come.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to talk about how far you're going to go.
You have become a part of something bigger.
Graduating from TMU is a major milestone.
I still remember exactly how I felt when I was in your seat on this very day. I definitely had a mixture of emotions.
I was just really very proud.
At Convocation, I felt very prepared for my career, but like very excited, but also a little sad.
Quite optimistic.
Nostalgic.
I felt excited and I felt prepared.
Walking across that stage at Convocation meant that I fulfilled personal goals, but I also fulfilled the goals of the family, and that was really important.
As much as it was the end of the chapter, it was actually the start of something great.
And I had so many questions, like, how am I gonna make my big dreams come true?
Do I have it all figured out?
How am I gonna come back?
So it was party time, but also you got some work to do down the road. Start thinking about it.
As a member of the TMU alumni community, we are here to show you that you have a safety net.
As TMU alumni, you are part of a supportive network of people
Who are committed to lifting each other up and helping each other grow.
Today,
Tomorrow.
And always.
So just take a deep breath.
enjoy this moment.
And remember, we're here to support you.
And we can't wait to see what you go on to accomplish.
Oh, they should buy the picture frame. Buy the picture frame.
The university's gold medal is awarded to one undergraduate student in each faculty. Nominees must have demonstrated outstanding involvement within the university, their profession, or their community, and also have demonstrated their academic proficiency. This year's recipient is a diligent and passionate student who has consistently maintained outstanding academic performance in the Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning program. Her work on anti-Black racism and EDI has had a profound impact on TMU, Black communities in the GTHA, and the planning field in Ontario. She has actively sought numerous avenues to make impactful contributions through placements, internships, research assistantships, and volunteer positions. I am thrilled to announce that Urban and Regional Planning graduate Jody Laborde is the gold medal recipient for the Faculty of Community Services. Would Jody and President Lashami please come forward for the presentation of the award? The Board of Governors Leadership Medal recipient is chosen from among the university's gold medalists. The selection committee is truly challenged to choose the best of the best. The criteria for the award includes exceptional academic achievement and outstanding leadership qualities as evidenced by the student's involvement in committees, extracurricular activities, or student and university affairs. The recipient of the Board of Governors Leadership Award and Medal is Jody Laborde, whose exceptional contributions and leadership abilities were previously mentioned. Please rejoin us for the presentation of the medal. Jody, sorry, I forgot to invite, and I will now, President Lashami and Catherine Paisley. Apologies. The Governor General's Silver Medal Award is awarded to 3 undergraduate students at the university with the highest cumulative grade point averages. Today's recipient has achieved incredible academic results over the course of her undergraduate journey. Today, she crosses the stage with a CGPA of 4.32. Congratulations to Ja-In Kim, a graduate from Public Health. Would Ja-In and President Lashami please come forward for the presentation of the award? Please welcome Provost and Vice President Academic Roberta Yanchito Provenzano.
Thank you so much, Dr. Burton. Welcome guests, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, and above all, graduates of the class of 2024. It's a of course, you can clap. You should clap. It's a tremendous honor to stand before you on this momentous occasion. Today we gather to celebrate not just the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, but also the beginning of new journeys, new challenges, and new opportunities. You are now making the transition from students to alumni, from learners to leaders, and from aspirants to achievers. Congratulations. As provost, I've had the privilege of witnessing your journey, each step marked by growth, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. I've seen you navigate the complexities of academic life, balance the demands of rigorous coursework with extracurricular passions, and overcome unprecedented challenges, especially those posed by a global pandemic. Your adaptability and determination have been nothing short of inspiring. As we bring today's convocation ceremony to a close, I would like us to reflect on the experiences that have led to this moment. Graduates, your time at TMU has prepared you for a world that is ever-changing and increasingly interconnected, and of course, increasingly complex. You've been equipped with the skills, knowledge, and critical thinking necessary to thrive in your chosen fields. More importantly, you have learned the value of community, collaboration, and innovation. These are the pillars upon which our university stands and the values that will guide you as you step into the future. As you embark on this next chapter, I encourage you to embrace the unknown with confidence, boldness, and curiosity, every day challenging the status quo. The world is full of possibilities, but it also presents complex challenges that require creative and most of all, compassionate solutions. Whether you're entering the world of urban planning, social work, public health, or any other field, remember that you have the power to make a difference. Your education has given you the tools to not only succeed, but to lead, to inspire, and to transform. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the families and friends and mentors who have supported you throughout this journey. Your achievements today are a testament to their unwavering support and belief in your potential. So I know you've already clapped, but we're going to do another round of applause that's a little bit louder for all the people who've supported you along the way. Thank you, thank you. As you leave TMU, carry with you the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the memories you created. Stay connected to your alma mater, for you are now part of a vibrant and dynamic network of TMU alumni who are making a true impact and a meaningful one around the world. In closing, I'd like to share a quote from Maya Angelou. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Let this be a reminder that your potential is limitless and your capacity to innovate and create is boundless. Congratulations, class of 2024. We are incredibly proud of you and excited to see the remarkable contributions you will make to the world. Go forth with confidence, courage, and the knowledge that you will always be a part of the TMU family. Thank you.
I would like to thank all the staff and the volunteers and the faculty here today who helped make this ceremony a wonderful experience for all. Graduates and guests, once again, congratulations from everyone at the university, and I hope you continue to enjoy this very special day. As we come to the close of our ceremony, I now welcome Jessica Valentini from the Office of the General Counsel and Board Secretariat to sing the national anthem. For those who are standing, please remain standing until all of our graduates have left the arena. Graduates, please follow our arena marshals who will usher you to the 4th floor to join your family and friends. Thank you for celebrating with us today.